Well, this is a fixture that really has earned its place in footballing folklore. The amazing stories, the unforgettable memories, the pride, the passion. A game fondly remembered by anyone who ever played in it, and one where the result has an enormous impact within Glasgow and beyond. Here we go then, the Old Firm derby. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, the repercussions of this game extend way beyond these city walls. The Old Firm derby is watched by millions globally, its outcome talked about for weeks and weeks.
Look, I never got to play in one of these, but I must say, rarely does a game evoke so much emotion and passion. And it's a fixture, Peter, that has produced so many classics over the years. You ask each fan what their favourite Old Firm game was, and I'm sure every one of them will give you a different answer. It's also worth noting how well balanced the records are despite all of this time, which makes it even more amazing. I can't wait.
And as you can see, we've already started here. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities.
Well, if the pre-game rhetoric is anything to go by, Peter, there's going to be a lot of strong stuff on show here. However it goes, we're in for something special.
Vitinha stood his ground strongly. Yamal. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that looks a decent ball.
The Dutch introduced total football to the world, and in many ways, Ruud Gullit is the perfect example.
Well, he really could play in any position.
Yes, he started as a sweeper and showed that he could play anywhere in midfield and indeed up front. Big, strong, and
he shoots! Goal! Celtic! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Xabi Alonso. Good ball, good take. And it's Bellingham. Well, that pass isn't the best. Eto'o. Rangers are looking to break at pace. Yamal. Xabi Alonso cuts out the pass. Now it's Forlan. And he was quick to react. Some really good ball movement. Platini. Oh, that's fabulous. Goes for a shot! No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Now it's Bellingham. Tries to pass it through. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Yamal. Eto'o is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. And this is Eto'o. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he has been fouled there. And it's Ronaldinho. And this is Forlan. Bellingham. And he was alert to it. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Celtic clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Ronaldinho! They want to be quick to recover this. And he nearly went all the way.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
And he's taking no chances there. And this is Xabi Alonso. Ah, that's a fine interception. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Hullet. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Plenty. Tries a shot! Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Rangers with this to level it up. A formality, we're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal...
It's Ronaldinho! What a wonderful goal! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. That's a good ball. Oh, what a mistake! But this time, surely! And he's found the net! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
He's had a shot! Goal! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time.
And there is the half-time whistle. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Celtic do lead, but it's quite a game. Half-time, 3-2.
To say the least. But that won't shake our spirits, will it? Substitution for Rangers, number 15, Platini.
There's
number
the start of the
13,
second half.
Yamal. Coming on the field.
Pullet with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Number 4,
Ronaldinho. He's going to be disappointed with that. Vitinha can see things others simply cannot. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And it's Messi. Xabi Alonso is having a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
Thuram getting this one clear. And here's Xabi Alonso. Rangers are looking to go forward now. Del Piero. Oh, he's been caught napping. And a chance! Dispatched clinically. Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
It looked as though he'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
This is... Oh, that is asking for trouble. Now it's Griezmann. Great ball if he can get there. Shot could be on. Rangers needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now that's well seen too. Rangers are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Ronaldinho, a player who needs no introduction. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. He won't be happy with that one. Pull it. That looks a good ball through. Well, what about it? Extraordinarily, they have been denied as late and as dramatically as can be. Rodri. Saka. And it's Messi. Ronaldinho. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Bellingham cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And Del Piero! Oh, super goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Vitinha, number 10.
Rangers get themselves into the lead.
Coming on the field.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Taking place.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Romario. Mbappe. Now it's Lucas Paqueta.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
He's found a way past. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Oh, easy pickings there. Schneider. Now it's Romario. Now, can they get him away? Thuram gets across to intercept that. Nicely aimed pass. And he's being shifted off it. And it's Gullit. Driving forward. Now it's Mbappe. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Lucas Paqueta. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, good-looking ball.
Rangers really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Shot a goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Might be danger here. Nice interception, well timed. Oh, that is a charge, surely! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Rodri tries to clear.
Has been indicated.
Eto'o, who needs just a moment to score a goal. That pass has been well intercepted. So that's it. It is all over. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum. Well, this is a fixture that really has earned its place in footballing folklore.
Hello,
The amazing
and welcome
stories,
to
the
today's
unforgettable
match.
memories, the pride, the
Rangers
passion, again fondly remembered by anyone who ever played in it, and one where the result has an enormous impact within Glasgow and beyond. Here we go then, the Old Firm derby. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. The Old Firm. Saka!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. I think it goes without saying, Peter, that Michel Platini will be standout here.
Yeah, a man, of course, who's been idolised by so many, but bettered by almost no man.
Yeah, maybe other players can do it on their day, Peter, but with this fella, he could do it.
He's having a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Celtic are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Celtic have their opener. It is a goal of real significance. And a shot! Vitinha. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Platini powering forward here. Hullet. Now Platini. And it's Vitinha. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Griezmann. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Ronaldinho. Gullit dominates aerially so often. Platini. Oh, that's fabulous. Takes a shot! Yes, it's in! Rangers back on level terms. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give...
There's the shot! Goal! Celtic! And again they hit the front. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And a chance! Saka gets flagged offside. And it's Eto'o. In with the challenge. Now it's Ronaldinho. And he's got the beating of his man. Oh, he couldn't quite make it. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Shapes to shoot! They've done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And that's it. That was always inevitable.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Ronaldinho. Now it's Ronaldinho. Well, that's well seen too. Celtic have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in control at 3-1. Del Piero. That's the keeper's ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Messi. Now it's Bellingham. He won't be happy with that one. Platini. Celtic heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Messi. Now it's Bellingham. Great defending, strong and determined. Celtic looking to pass their way through. Now it's Bellingham. And this is Forlan. Here's Vitinha. Gullit. Xavi Alonso. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Rodri. Saka. Messi. Ronaldinho. A player so deservedly decorated. It's Forlan! It's Ronaldo. Oh, he's been caught napping. That is good strength.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Saka. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Forlan. And the half-time whistle goes.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Celtic are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1.
Substitution for Rangers, number 22.
There's the start of the second half.
Coming on to replace him is Number 17, Ribery.
And this is Messi. Vitinha. It's Saka. Now it's Messi. And this is Forlan. This might spell danger. Rangers can't breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Ribery. Rodri. And it's Del Piero. Del Piero going face-to-face with his great rival, showing good feet. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Saka. Del Piero. Oh, that was vital. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Platini, who does have an assist to his name. Ronaldinho.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ribery. Thuram. Platini puts his foot on the gas. Ribery. So we've reached the hour mark. And it's Rodri. Great vision. And this is Del Piero. Shot a goal! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Substitution for Rangers. Number 8.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Del Piero.
Lucas Paqueta.
Number 7.
Pedri.
Second. Coming on the field.
Ribery.
Number 20. Vieira. Number 14. Dembele.
Facing up to his adversary,
Number 9,
this is a formidable matchup.
Substitution in progress.
Lucas Paqueta. Calafiori. And Iniesta. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Platini. And it's Iniesta. And it's Vieira. For Ribery. And this is Hullet. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Pedri. Now it's Romario. Now it's Lucas Paqueta. He's had it taken off him. Calafiori. Vieira. Rangers finding their passes. Schneider. So what can they make of this? Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Lucas Paqueta. Romario. Ribery. Oh, it's Dembele. And here's Hullet. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Hullet! That's a real chance missed.
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
Schneider. Iniesta. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And it's Paquetá. Now, can they get him all? And Romario! Yeah. And it's Michel Platini. Not the most accurate pass. Pedri. Now it's Romario. Lam. Calafiori. And it's Iniesta. Here's Vieira. And it's Michel Platini. Ribéry. The final 5 minutes. Rodri promptly onto that, and that is that. Platini. Vieira. And it's Gullit. Passing nice and neat. Ribéry. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Schneider. Pedri. This is Romario. Lam.
There will be 1 minute at
Rodri.
a time.
1 minute to add, according to the board. And he's being shifted off it. And we're done. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Celtic really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as...
Well, this is a fixture that really has earned its place in footballing folklore. The amazing stories, the unforgettable memories, the pride, the passion. A game fondly remembered by anyone who ever played in it, and one where the result has an enormous impact within Glasgow and beyond. Here we go then, the Old Firm derby. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The Old Firm derby, a game with so much emotion. There truly is nothing like this.
Well, my advice to anyone who hasn't been to a Glasgow derby, Peter, is to get one in your diary and go, because it won't let you down. History sets it up as a be-all and end-all fixture. I try not to associate the word battle with football, but I usually make an exception for this. You can't help but become totally immersed in a very emotional 90 minutes.
And as you can see, we've already started here. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, demands something highly charged. Yeah, we all know who's better on paper or in the rankings, but pride and passion can be a great leveller, especially here.
Now it's Saka. And he's gone backward here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
So a very special reception for the very special Franck Ribéry.
Very true, and I think all of us here are expecting an awful lot from him. He is, as far as I'm concerned, one of the very best in his preferred left-wing position. He said himself that that's where he feels most free.
I guess that's what gives him the freedom to make use of his pace, his movement, and his ability to shoot from a fair way out.
Correct.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. And he's chosen to go back. Oh, shooting chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Celtic still without a single shot on target. Now it's Romario. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Eto'o going face-to-face with his great rival. Thuram. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Calafiori can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Saka. There's a sharp little ball here. Oh, what a mistake! Saka, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Messi. He's in a great position here. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Messi. Now it's Romario. Rodri with the foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Ribéry. Saka puts his foot on the gas. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Bellingham. Celtic looking to pass their way through.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Koundé cuts out the pass. Griezmann.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Saka threads one in. Eto'o is in a really good position out wide. And it's Vitinha. That's a delicate pass. Xavi Alonso. And it's Griezmann. Saka.
There will be one
And that
minute at a
interception
time.
was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Substitutions taking place.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Celtic really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Oh, crossbar! That's really well cleared. Lahm is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Rangers finding their passes. Celtic different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Passing nice and neat. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Griezmann. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's found big chance! Decent chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous.
Thuram deals with that comfortably. It's a threatening ball. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must... Messi! Another save.
Well, the keeper saved his team again here, Peter, but he needs more protection from this defence.
Now it's Eto'o. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. And it's Ronaldinho. And here's Romario. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Saka. Oh, they've broken out here, and this could be the moment. Now, that looks a decent ball. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And this is Eto'o. It's Eto'o! There's a goal! The breakthrough arrives at last! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Number 22, Eto'o! Substitution for Rangers. Number 15.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Rangers have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Forlan. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Substitution.
Oh, what has happened here? Takes a shot! He can get that clear. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Vieira. Now it's Eto'o. Can he get it through?
Rangers surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Can he spark a counter here? Ronaldinho takes control of it and he's on the move. Park Ji-sung. Now it's Neymar.
Oh, really well played.
Thinks about the shot. And claimed it back swiftly. Park Ji-sung, Forlan! It's anyone's ball now. Time is running out here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
He's found a way through. Schneider. Park Ji-sung. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Into the last 5 minutes. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Rodri has been sent off. Great chance! Oh, that's incredible! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
That's a decent clearance. Oh, he's got a side of goal. Skip shoots. He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
All hands on deck for this one. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Desperate defending required here. Defending of the desperate variety. And this is Dembele. Mbappe. That's that, the end. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Schneider taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
It's finished all square.
So there it is. What struck you most? Well, it is a red-letter day for those who follow the Scottish game, the day when Celtic and Rangers go head-to-head once more. As is so often the case, there's more than just local bragging rights at stake here. This is a game that transcends football and whose every beat reverberates throughout this proud city. In many people's eyes, this is the greatest derby of them all. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The Old Firm derby, a game with so much emotion. And Ribery! They've got to be quick to recover this. And here's Saka. Vieira. He's looking wide. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Griezmann. Now it's Forlan. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I'm a huge fan of Bukayo Saka. Someone always praised for his versatility, his attitude and his cleverness around the pitch. He has the potential to excel in all positions across that front line. But I'd personally like to see him as part of a front three. I think he operates best in that area.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And this is Eto'o. Is there any support? Can he finish? Schneider. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And here's Eto'o. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And the finish! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Eto'o. And a chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Can he finish? Koundé getting this one clear. And here's Ribery.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Celtic yet to have an attempt on goal. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Vieira. Oh, they can break here. Oh, good take in a good area.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And here's Eto'o. Over to the left. Ball driven toward... He rises! Goal! Rangers! There is the breakthrough. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well,
shoots! That's a half-decent try.
Vieira is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And they're back on the ball again. The message is clear, none shall pass. Saka is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Drilled in low. Schneider. It's Forlan. And it's Forlan. Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there. Xavi Alonso. And it's Schneider. Now it's Hullet, and this is Eto'o. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, it's never nice to see...
Slattery! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Cannavaro clears it away. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Oh, he's been caught. Shot, surely! Saliba can get it clear. And the shot!
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Schneider. Mbappe. And he cuts out the supply. Platini. And here's Eto'o. Passes short and sharp. Takes a shot! It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Decent chance! Off the post! And he's quick to get it clear again.
Yeah, and he read it before anyone could follow up.
And it's half-time here. Some first-half thoughts?
Celtic really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day.
Substitutions taking place.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Now it's Forlan. Forlan was alert to the possibilities. He's had a shot! Calafiori tries to clear, and another try! And that is wildly off target. Celtic come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Vieira. Ribéry going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Eto'o. Saka. Saka charging forward. Real chance! Saliba gets rid without sophistication. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ronaldinho is onto this. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Eto'o. And that has sent him sprawling. Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Substitution for Rangers. Number
3 coming up.
Platini. Number 22.
Up he goes! In for the pieces! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are pulling clear here. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is such a
Big chance! And yes, it's there! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Rangers are having a ball here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touch.
Dembele! Oh, impressive strike.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attack...
And pull it! Oh, he really got hold of that.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Bellingham. He's on it. Can he get away? Shot could be on. Ronaldinho! Brought out the best in the keeper.
Ronaldinho really couldn't have done much better with that. He was under so much pressure.
Lahm with the clearance. Rangers have the chance to go the other way. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Messi, and he shoots! And it's in! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Celtic have a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. Saliba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's going to be disappointed with that. Messi. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Ronaldinho is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. And he's managed to get free. A lot of space ahead of him. Doku. Can he get it through? And this is Dembele. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Dembele really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly.
Goes for a shot! And that should get the job done. He's having a shot! Oh, brilliant save! Dembele, it's Ronaldinho! Keeper's got his work done.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And now they can spring out of defence. Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. 4 extra minutes added on. Some really good ball movement. And the shot! That is delicious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
He's caught it! It's bounced back off the post. And with that, the final whistle. Celtic cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unpleasant. Well, this is a fixture that really has earned its place in footballing folklore.
Hello, everybody,
The
and
amazing
welcome to
stories, the
today's
unforgettable
match.
memories, the pride, the passion. A game fondly remembered by anyone who ever played in it, and one where the result has an enormous impact within Glasgow and beyond. Here we go then, the Old Firm derby. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, the repercussions of this game extend way beyond these city walls. The Old Firm derby is watched by millions globally, its outcome talked about for weeks and weeks.
Look, I never got to play in one of these, but I must say, rarely does a game evoke so much emotion and passion. And it's a fixture, Peter, that has...
Forlan gets through on his own. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. No foul, says the referee. Now he's off and running. Baresi promptly onto that, and that is that. Brilliantly cut out. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yeah, I'd have picked him.
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Vieira gathers from the goal kick. Xavi Alonso. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. And he's searching through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Ronaldinho. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And the through ball. Just the goalkeeper's... And the finish! Goal! Celtic! And Celtic are in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he shoots! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Ronaldinho can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Rangers applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. He's in plenty of space here. And here's Griezmann. Saka has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Ronaldinho, and this is Forlan. Bellingham.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. He's got away. Saka. Eto'o. It's Eto'o! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Calafiori. It's a pretty loose pass.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Saka, he's picked his way through. Koundé did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Eto'o. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And the shot's on here. Bellingham. Now this could be a chance. Now it's Forlan.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Saka. And the counter is on. And it's half-time here. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. How's the first half compared with your expectations?
So that was the first
Well, I think it's a
half.
case of so
We
far,
believe the
so
boys can
good.
turn it around.
The boss has clearly
Of
done his
course they
homework,
will.
and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Messi! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Back when it goes. Chance! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Now it's Eto'o. Now it's Gullit. And it's Michel Platini. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. And here's Gullit. And this is Ribéry. Ribéry will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Gullit. And he was alert to it. Griezmann. Now it's Forlan. Forlan. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, that looks a decent ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so adding. Oh, they could be caught out here. Shapes to shoot. It's there. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Substitution for Rangers. Number 15.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Celtic are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Coming on the field.
And this is Gullit. Griezmann.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Calafiori. Thuram. Rangers looking to pass their way through. Could move up a gear here. And claimed it back swiftly. Rangers appear to be happy to let their front players stay up. Shoots! It's a goal! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Celtic really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, there is that saying, Peter, that if it isn't broke, don't try and fix it. But I suppose you don't want to risk anything in a game like this.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Ups to play it back. Turns and goes back. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Park Ji-sung. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
It's full on! And it's in! And that really is so impressive.
Substitution in progress.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Might be danger here. That's going to go a long way. Rangers needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Flashes it across. And this is goes for a shot! Oh, should have put that away.
It's a good effort. You can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
Baresi gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Pedri. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And here's Dembele. Pedri. Now it's Park Ji-sung. Couldn't squeeze it through. And here's Park Ji-sung. And he's picked out the run. Great chance! He's not got that quite right. Park Ji-sung. Park Ji-sung is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Aimed beyond the defence, and that could set him on his way.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
And here's Doku, Del Piero. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Four extra minutes added on. Xavi Alonso. Park Ji-sung. And he's managed to get free. Played in, climbs up big, off the post. And he's there to belt it away. Now it's Doku. And time is up. Celtic are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief can draw great satisfaction from it. Forlan taking in the action.